So, good morning, friends and miss. We are from group 2 and we want to present our group work. Our topic is about the importance of teachers' role in technology-based education. First, the first point is about the important role of a teacher in technology-based education. So guys, first, it is crucial to know that teacher is the main person in helping learners to have access to technology capabilities. Teachers actually need to try to change his or her class from a static situation to a dynamic situation in learning environments by using technology. So here, teacher need to optimize, or in other words, teacher needs to maximize the technology to support and create a dynamic learning environment. The next point is about the teacher's role in traditional education. In traditional education, teacher is the controller of the learning environment and also takes a role as the information giver by using textbooks. In this model of education, sometimes teachers give too much homework because of the temporization and its relationship with the lessons. In addition, the high number of learners in the class makes this homework are not evaluated at all. So, it doesn't give positive effect on learning. Besides that, in this method, no attention is paid to individuals' needs, interests, and difference, and also characters. The teacher considers them at the same level. So all the students in this kind of learning model, the teacher put the students at the same level. Although actually they have the different interests, the different skills, and maybe the different characters. Next, it is about most teachers in traditional education also use encouragement in behavioral style, such as labels, award, etc. That set methods will not work well in learning process. So next will be explained by my friends.
Hi, it's me Anastasia Bilaberliana and I'm going to tell you about ICT in education. First of all, you have to know what is ICT. ICT is information and communication technology. One of the roles of ICT in education is creating certainty about using the information when are necessary. ICT can be a powerful tool that upgrades the quality and efficiency of school, so there is no need to physically present to the classroom. The training based on ICT has some features such as distance education, flexibility, interaction, active learning, cooperation, and motivation. What makes the critical distinction between e-learning and the other methods are the diversity of content, the large number of audience, different learning styles, and the diverse needs of users. Besides, we should mention that in this method, the overall cost and time will be saved. Now, let's move to the concept of teaching and e-learning. In a training definition, we can define ICT as planning and facilitating the use of computers and communication that helps to teach, learning, and series of other activities in education in different ways. E-learning means describing the methods of efficiency of modern information and communication technologies to provide instruction in the digital world and browser-based system. In this type of training, it is possible to simultaneously contact in a specific time, ability to use group participation among learners such as electronic forums, posting the list of contents through the email, etc. E-learning is a way on the base of configuration, a set of elements in a specific session to act as a predefined criteria for the learning experience. These criteria can be educational, economic, time-based, user satisfaction, or any case involved learning. Now, let's talk about the benefits of using technology in education. First, accelerate and development exchange of information. Learners will be able to acquire new information in a shorter time. They will have enough time to classify their beliefs and participate in discussion in online and offline mode. They will achieve educational resources proportional to their speed. They will communicate with their teacher and cohort at the right time, and they will have enough time to read, understand, and respond to the questions. In this case, flexibility and self-directed learning and also personal knowledge will be facilitated and activated. Nowadays, the development of cultural communities depends on convergence and interaction, dialogue, and exchange of information, knowledge, and human culture. Next, supporting active learning and various learning strategies. Both the learner and the teachers have active participation in the learning process. In this method, they don't teach, but via dialogue between the learner and application of concepts and techniques, they will learn and develop. Also, learners and teachers can achieve extensive learning resources using this technology, increase their desire to learn, and various forms of learning. Collaborative learning, project-based learning, and self-paced learning are some examples that can be facilitated by using this method. Third, enhance knowledge and interaction between learners, teachers, and programs. Communication based on technology refers to interact in real time and can be stimulating for learners to provide feedback in real time, motivate learners to participate in active to increase and improve communication skills and ideas. Most researchers have emphasized the value of the interaction, including Checkering and Gamson in 1987. Learners interact with each other, and cooperation between learners and teachers are important indicators of quality in universities. Communication practices, especially technology-based and synchronous communication, cognitive or social interaction between teachers and learners, self-directed learning, an independent person improves and extends the knowledge of participants. Next, the attention growth and the motivation of learners. Taking advantage of audio-visual possibilities to understand any materials and increase labor productivity will be considered not only as a tool, but also as an instrument of change and innovation in the training. Use of technology helps to create the condition embodied in the learner's mind and increase their understanding of lesson and help them to learn and explore. Therefore, the productivity in the education system will be increased. Fifth, develop and promotion of informational literacy skill. Informational literacy skill is collecting, processing, and dissemination of information as text, graphs, and exchange of this information on teaching and learning environment that in technology-based training cause to strengthen the student's ability in collecting and information process. Finally, the last part, learner-centered education. Application of new technology in the classroom, whether throughout the group learning or by video conferencing or the use of virtual education, will put the learner at the center of the educational process.
So next, teachers in technology-based training. Teachers should be able to organize different types of e-learning and e-learning programs. They have to change the classes from a static mood that in them the awareness is from the teachers to students to a student-centered environment with a dynamic method. So, in this case, the teacher is shared in the knowledge made by others and changes her role as one of the knowledge source. So, generally, the functions and roles of teachers in these methods can be classified as the two following groups. The first one is planning and delivering content to learners. There are three parts in this slide. The first one is having general and specific skills. The teachers need to develop their literacy skills to be able to access, evaluate, and use information to improve teaching and learning. Teachers' expertise is so important that the success or failure of the weakest or strongest designed curriculum is depend on the quality of her performance. Second, synchronous and asynchronous teaching. In asynchronous learning, learners can revert to the course content and notes with arbitrary speed and based on their needs, and they can communicate with each other and their teachers through electronic means and can engage in debate. This method is required the teacher's assistants to lead the classes in a virtual classroom. Last, feedback training provider. Feedback is one of the most valuable tools in e-learning systems that have a significant importance because it allows us to monitor the different performance and improve them. The feedback has an important role in the design of information systems because it helps you to understand whether the learner received the message fully or not. Therefore, the teachers need to understand its importance and how it is used correctly. Second is good communication between teachers and learners. There are also three parts. The first one is learning system management and classroom activities. Teachers with management and course information control such as teaching content, group works, projects, and up-to-date discussions play one of their main roles as a director. Teachers with formation a group as a unit will encourage the members to have a social cooperation together and to introduce students to the community. Second, facilitate and guide the learning process. The main task of a teacher is to enable the students in the learning matter and facilitate this process. So, with providing clear objectives, she should prepare and compile the appropriate content and try to encourage the learner to have active participation in learning matter and group discussions. The last one is causing motivation. If the teacher can create a positive attitude in learning the lessons, it will motivate them in learning. Also, creating an appropriate emotional and spiritual space in classes will strengthen the intrinsic motivation in learners. This matter will improve in face-to-face situations and in dealing with learners.
So, for conclusion, basically, there are many arguments about teachers' role in e-learning. But if we think it again, e-learning is a kind of learning that can be practiced and available in some special cases, such as distance education. Though we cannot deny that face-to-face communication is still very effective and efficient than e-learning communication. But outside all debates or speech or discussion about e-learning and face-to-face communication, the biggest point of this is about the true development of human social aspect and citizenship education, enjoyment of social and moral values as the goals of education, requires teacher assistance and face-to-face contact with the learners. So, therefore, the teacher existence in technology-based education seems to be undeniable. So guys, thank you for your attention. So this is the end of our presentation. Thank you so much, and do you have any questions?